What's going on, guys? This is Ryan with Outpost, and Lucasfilm once again, predictably, has dropped the ball. It's an all too common occurrence for them, for an organization that's as poorly managed as Lucasfilm is. It might be funny if it wasn't so sad for the person involved. This time, it revolves around Star Wars: The Clone Wars Season 7, which we've talked about a lot on this channel because of some of the changes that have been made to the stories from Dave Filoni, now that he has control, changes to the stories that George Lucas had a part in crafting. And if you don't believe that Dave Filoni was a part of that, maybe you'll actually believe his words when he says it right here.
We still improved the models, the assets, redid some things. We made the story better. So if you're familiar with the story already, which some people may be, you'll notice that while it's very similar, we did a tighter edit of it. We added some new scenes. We took some scenes out.
Yes, rewrote the stories to be better, according to Dave Filoni. Of course, that's subjective, like everything related to Disney Star Wars. But this season, one of the main changes I talked about from the very beginning, as soon as we saw the trailers, was Nix Okami. Now, Nix Okami was a male Asian protagonist. He was the one that Ahsoka was supposed to run into in this Ahsoka walkabout arc. He was the one that was replaced by two female sisters, the Martez sisters, that gave us an incredibly dull and boring arc. Now, why was he replaced? He was supposed to be a love interest for Ahsoka. Did that have anything to do with it? Again, if you don't believe me, listen to Dave Filoni and Ashley Eckstein talking about it right here.
I know there's a contingent here that have a very strong opinion regarding Ahsoka and Lux. Well, she must have a thing for people whose names end with X, because Ahsoka and Nix, they get kind of close in this arc.
They did, yeah, that's true. Nix Okami, and he's got a great jacket with a wolf on the back of it.
Of course there is.
And you can see that straight away. He's got style. Nix was also an attempt. I wanted to have an Asian male lead in Clone Wars, and he was going to be kind of a character bringing that to the forefront, which I was really excited about. It's a big challenge for her to be around these other characters, and also, like, as far as anything romantic with the character, which I explored a little bit with Lux.
I feel like we're beating around the bush here.
What is that?
Ahsoka had a boyfriend for a hot minute, and his name is Nix Okami.
Is that what?
So Nix Okami was gotten rid of, make way for these two new characters that have nothing to do with George Lucas's creation at all. This is all new Dave Filoni stories. So Trace and Rafa Martez, they are the ones involved. Now, when you look at Dave Filoni's recent comments that came out in the Art of the Rise of Skywalker novel about the matriarchy subverting the patriarchal heroes, maybe that makes a little more sense, but we won't read too much into that in this video. The ironic part is, even though they cut this character's part, they failed to tell the voice actor himself, who is really excited about potentially being in the seventh season of The Clone Wars. Now, this comes from Disney Star Wars is Dumb, Ichibaka, so shout out to him. I will put a link to this in the description below. Lucasfilm failed to tell King he was nixed. Good wordplay there. So by now, most are familiar with how the male Asian character Nix was replaced in the Clone Wars by the Martez sisters. Dave Filoni said that Season 7 was rewritten to be better. Some still defend Filoni, though his agenda has now been laid bare. How does it get any worse? Well, it turns out Disney didn't even have the courtesy to tell the voice actor, Matt Yang King, that he was going to be replaced. It is pretty sad that this happened, because look at how excited this dude was. This is on his Facebook page, February 3rd, a little bit before Season 7 was set to premiere. And I'm going to read through this. Again, it's sad that no one at Lucasfilm decided to tell this person that his character was gotten rid of for no apparent reason. Huge announcement, a long time coming. As of February 21st, I will officially become a character in Star Wars, playing Nix Okami. This is from the long-lost season of Star Wars: The Clone Wars that is coming to Disney Plus at the end of the month. And I will be playing, correct me if I'm wrong, geeks, the first Asian male love interest in Star Wars. Sorry, buddy, that's just not the case. It's just not diverse enough for Disney and for Lucasfilm, I suppose. But let's continue on. As many of you know, I was a huge fan of Star Wars as a kid. I watched the OT over 100 times. Dave Filoni, thank you for The Mandalorian, by the way, and George Lucas decided to harken back to George's inspirations of Kurosawa's Hidden Fortress and make an Asian male rogue to play off Ahsoka Tano. I won the role and came in and voiced it over 4 years ago. It was a dream come true. So he's ironically thanking Dave Filoni and George Lucas together. Then Dave Filoni goes and axes his character and doesn't bother telling him. Then George sold the franchise. The episodes were shelved and I chalked it up to another, well, that's the business. It sucked, but what could I do? Then when I found out the episodes were being released on Disney Plus, I was stunned to see how much emotion I had that this character was finally going to be seen. I realized I had just sublimated the loss as just another slight. Listen to this guy play the victim here. Just another slight, another feeling of emasculation that came along with being an Asian American actor in Hollyweird. A silent monologue of course that character doesn't get to be seen. Why would he? This is so ironic right here. Representation matters. And after a 20-plus year career of small slights, opportunities, failures, and fighting to be seen, this simple animated role in Star Wars means the world. Especially in the context of a 7-year-old boy who lost his Han Solo action figure in the front yard and spent the next 3 years looking for it. Especially because I get to play a Han Solo type character. Especially because it's Star freaking Wars. Especially because it's a love interest. Guillermo del Toro once said that at age 40 you should try to make your inner 12-year-old happy. And my inner 12-year-old is over the moon. Now if I could just find that action figure, please give it a watch. This dude, it's so sad being an Asian male actor in Hollyweird. It's so rough. Well, I guess just chalk this one up as another disappointment, another slight against you. Well, guess it can't happen because your character got axed by Dave Filoni. For some reason, he didn't want this Asian male character to be Ahsoka's love interest in this story. And it's not like the Martez sisters has had any ramification whatsoever. Maybe if he had replaced it with an arc that actually made sense and was meaningful, I guess maybe then it'd be easier to swallow. But this arc was pointless and the Martez sisters were absolutely pointless. So again, Lucasfilm dropping the ball, not telling the actor, Matt Yang King. He was so excited about his character. But turns out that got retconned, just like so much of what Dave Filoni's involved in. These stories are not George Lucas's stories. I've been warning people about Filoni for a long time, and I'm glad that so much of this is finally starting to come out, and so many people are looking at him in a different light and realizing he's not the savior of Star Wars that everyone has thought he is for a long time. Now, do I expect Dave Filoni to take responsibility necessarily to contact this person? No, I don't. However, he is the one that does work closely with the voice actors. So I don't know whose job that would be, but you'd think somebody would have the presence of mind to tell a dude that he's not going to be a part. You are not having this role. It's done. He was pretty excited, but got excited for the wrong reason, I guess. But I'm interested to hear what you guys think about this. And the timeline's full of people like congratulating him being super excited on Facebook, but unfortunately not coming true for him. Just another strange thing. It doesn't make any sense why that character was replaced. It was basically the same kind of story. They just decided to put two girls to just show the power of females working together with everything Dave Filoni has said recently. I guess that might make a little bit of sense. But let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Make sure you smash the like button, subscribe to the channel, ring the bell for notifications, share this video out there, and I'll talk to you guys later. Thanks for watching, everyone, and a huge shout out to my patrons. I appreciate you guys so much. Want to follow me on Twitter or Instagram? Check out the description below. You'll find links to my P.O. box and my Patreon as well. And I'll talk to you guys later.